to the sun with me, so I can show you something you've never seen. And both you and I shouldn't be too shy about letting go for once. Come and be free with me. Just look straight ahead, don't you stay behind, don't stay behind. Trying to make you feel right, 'cause our stars are aligned. Can I make up your mind? Follow me to the light, there is so much we can do in this life. Let it sink in, this is where we begin. All that you need to know, now that you understand what I'm trying to show you, is that you and I shouldn't be too shy about letting go for once. Come, let your spirit glow. Just look straight ahead, don't you stay behind, don't stay behind. Try to make you feel right, 'cause our stars are aligned. Can I make up your mind? Follow me to the light, there is so much we can do in this life. Let it sink in, this is where we begin. Follow me to the light, there is so much we can do in this life. Let it sink in, this is where we begin.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Longer and Harder, the show on the internet where we take a subject and we go deeper. How are you all doing on this wonderful, sunny, wonderful Sunday afternoon? It's a little bit morning today. We're gonna start a little bit early today. Sorry about that. We'll get that fixed. Yeah, we're gonna start the show a little bit earlier than usual today because Geo Streber, who is not here, the lazy bum, has a stream this afternoon starting in at 1 o'clock, my 1 o'clock, so like 2 hours. And he just told me about it, so I was like, God damn it, Gio, I guess I'll do things. I guess I'll push mine a little bit early. Also, I'm snowed in my apartment again, so there's like no point in me putting this off because it's not like I can go anywhere. I usually so I'll tell the story in a little bit, but I usually go do beer things in the morning. Like I'll go to the beer shop and buy the beer and stuff. Thankfully I had already done that because I figured today would be a rough day to go beer shopping. So we have beer. We'll be fine. We'll be fine, but still. Hello Anane, hello Cat Arthur, hello Christ Puncher, hello Mac the Mad. Hello, Jared and Sir Perso. Hi, Sir Perso. Haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? Going deeper, I do not consent to that. Too bad, Jared. That's by being in this show, you automatically, or being in the chat, you automatically consent to this. That's it. It's in the term of service somewhere. Hey, W6I, how are you? Hope you all are having yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. Yeah, we've had a lot of snow. So story time. Because why not? Um, we have a lot of snow today. We've had a lot of snow for like ever. On Friday, so we've had a lot of snow, which means we've had a lot of plows. And if you live anywhere where there's snow and plows, it means there's a crap ton of potholes everywhere. So on Friday, on my way home from work, I hit a pothole. And I destroyed the passenger side wheel and tire. Like I blew the tire and fucked up the wheel. So that was great. So now I have to buy those things now. But unfortunately, it's everything's snowed in. So I tried Friday night, but like no one could help me Friday night because the only place that could actually like sell me a tire or sorry, a new wheel, they wouldn't be able to. They'd have to order one on like Monday, tomorrow, and then it'd be a couple of days. So I was like, well, that doesn't help me much. So I figured, okay, well, I'll just go do my stuff, and then come Sunday, I'll go out and go get my car fixed. So today I woke up bright and early and was gonna head out to the tire place to get a new wheel, a new tire, and everything snowed in. So we had a giant blizzard last night, and I was hoping things would be cleared out by this morning, but they're not. Everything's awful. Everything's the worst outside. I had to go to my wife's office, which is like down that way. And the snow was about to my knees just to get to her office so that I could get a snow shovel so that I could help shovel people out. I helped shovel one of my neighbors out of her car was kind of stuck. My car was everything's a mess. Everything's just a mess. It's pretty much what it is. In your situation, instead of snow, it's rain. Yeah. Yeah, I have heard Wooden Toad, I don't think is here right now. She told me kind of the same thing that she's kind of flood, like where she's at, you need a boat to get around. Yeah, there's no getting around right now in Omaha, I don't think. I've seen a few cars out and about. I don't know why they're trying to be out and about. I feel like that's a really stupid idea to try to be out and about right now, but whatever. They are, and that's fine. I don't know why I'm so laggy right now. My computer is just not having it. Let's not bother with that right now. We'll bother with that later. All right. So yeah, so that's more or less how any of that kind of worked out this weekend. So I was gonna go do things and then I wasn't, so now I'm here. So that's the story. That's what you get for living in Nebraska instead of Florida. It's true. Florida is where you go to die, though. Like you can be born in Florida or grow up in Florida, but if you move to Florida, you move to Florida to die. Like that's what do people call it? Heaven's waiting room, right? That's just where you do. You go there to die by either old age or alligator. That's kind of the point. Like that's the point of Florida is alligator death or old age death, and that's it. Okay, so with that said, now that I bashed at Florida for a little bit. Okay, you have, at least it isn't minus 35 here anymore. To all you Yanks be in Canada, from 35 minus 35 a warm temperature. So last 2 weeks ago, the week before, it's been a couple weeks, we actually had a day where it got to minus 40. So I don't even have to translate that to Oh, thank you, NA. That's very generous. Thank you very much for the super chat. It will go a long way for computers. I don't think I have to necessarily use it for for car fixing up being. But thank you very much. And you got some lovely ones there. No, Florida is America's penis, Alligator Peninsula. uh, yeah, I don't know about Florida. I don't know. What was I saying? Something about something. I forgot. Oh yes, it was like -40 like 2 weeks ago here. The hospital that I worked at didn't shut down because obviously we're a hospital, but we didn't shut down. But I went to leave for work in the morning and my car battery was dead, so I had to buy a new battery. It was great. It was just the best. It was just the best. Thank you, NA. You were far too generous. I love it. So yeah, so that's what that's what I'm noted. Speaking of cold, and this is an important part. So we have housekeeping. I had a question for you lovely viewers, and if you're watching this in the future or listening to this in the future, and you want to give your opinion, leave your opinion about this. There's a thing. That's very vague. There's a thing in Omaha. Actually, I think it happens in Iowa, like Lake Manawa, which is in Council Bluffs. They do like a polar plunge thing. So you pay some amount of money, like $35 or something, right? And you get to jump into a half frozen lake. It's great. Why not, right? And it happens in March. And all the money that gets kind of that gets given for you to do this stupid thing gets given to Special Olympics. There we go. The Special Olympics. So my thought was, and you all tell me in the chat, in the whatevers, what you like to do with this. I wanted to do a stream a little bit, maybe as soon as we hit March, which I guess will be next week, to raise the money to have me jump into a frozen lake. Of course, if we do this, it'll get filmographed and put on the YouTubes for your wonderful enjoyment of me jumping into a half frozen lake. So we would. That does sound awful. But so we would do like super chat or Streamlabs donations to do that. So along with boobies, you'd get the wonderful pleasure of watching me half die. And then all the money would get given to the Special Olympics, along with any extra past like the $35 mark. Anything extra would be given to the Special Olympics. So none of it would go to the computer fund. It would all just go to Special Olympics. So if people are up for this, and again, just give me your opinion if that's something that would be like a good stream to do. So it'd be a regular, longer and harder, except that I'd probably be promoting like, hey, give me money to watch me jump into a half frozen lake. And then any extra stuff would, like I said, would go to the Special Olympics. So it'd be going for a good cause. I like the Special Olympics just fine. And if we reach I think it's a fairly low goal of like $35, then you get to watch me jump into a lake. I might set a second goal of like $70 to. My wife refuses to do this, so I tried to offer off my wife to do this. She refuses to, so I don't think I can offer that. But you can still like donate the amount of money for a second person, and you get like a t-shirt that says like I chickened out or something like that. So you'd get to see my wife wearing her I chickened out t-shirt, and she did agree to let me give her a big wet hug after I get out of the lake. So you'd get to watch her at least suffer that bit while I slowly like die. So that might happen next week if people are cool with that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But NA would pay for it. So there we go. All right, so with that said, so that's about all the housekeeping. So let me know in the chat and comment section what you all would like to do. If anyone wants to pay me to jump into a hot tub, we'll go to charity. Oh, that would be fun. Okay, so that's more or less it for housekeeping. We have ourselves beer of the week. So I don't have anything too fancy this week because I couldn't quite make it down to, like I said, I've had car. The car is like one wheeled or missing a wheel right now, right? You want to see that? All right, wonderful. It looks like we have takers on potentially doing this. I'll do it for free. Jump into a hot tub for free? That's yeah. I mean, I would too. All right, so I don't have anything too fancy because the usual place that I go shopping for beer was too far away for me to want to drive there on one tire, so I didn't. Or with one bad tire, I should say. So I didn't. So I got this one from my local, my closer shop. It looked weird, which is why I grabbed it. I don't know how I feel about it. It looks weird, but we'll still give it a try, see how it goes. What else about it? Oh, I guess we got to read the thing. Beer of the week. We got a chocolate porter by Bullabar. No, not Bullabar. God, I can't fucking read. By Boulder Beer Co. It's from Boulder, Colorado. It is a 5.9 alcohol per volume. And it is described as so: velvety smooth with a subtle coffee-like notes. This porter serves a devilishly delicious dark chocolate finish. So we'll see if any of that is true. I'm of course going to do the stupid thing of actually pouring it during the stream, which almost inevitably leads to me pouring it all over myself. I did that during my my the Wednesday longer and harder that I did when I was snowed in, where I opened a bottle of beer during the stream, and I got it all over my laptop. And then I finished the stream. I closed down my laptop, and then I didn't clean it again until I didn't open it again until I got to class the next day. And like in class, I opened it, and like it's just spattered in beer. It was great. It was great. And my classmates get to see how much of an alcoholic I am, that I have beer splatter all over my computer. It was fantastic. All right. So is this any that? I don't think I poured that right. I'm gonna go with I don't think I did that right. I mean, it smells like beer, so that's a positive, right? That was foam. That was 90%. That was all foam. That wasn't even. That was a lot of foam. I don't know. Most beers are too bitter. Well, it says it's gonna be a velvety smooth with subtle coffee like notes. So I mean, velvety smooth, right? If it's not velvety smooth, I will be disappointed. It is velvety smooth. It is dark chocolatey. I don't know about the coffee. I will give you the velvety smooth part. I don't know about the coffee, and I don't know. I can't taste the coffee. It is very smooth though. So there is a bit of bitterness to it, and it's at the end. So I think that's what they meant by the dark chocolate. It's just kind of bitter like dark chocolate. But it's not bad. It's not, APA levels of bitter. It's not bad. It's not good either though. Like, it's definitely not like a terrible beer. It's probably a little bit worse than a Guinness. It's smoother than a Guinness. I will give it that much. But it's just doesn't really have much. You don't have much going for you. You're not. You're not as chocolatey as you should be, but you're not. I mean, you're not awful. I don't know. It's not a bad beer. I'm not gonna diss it. It's not a terrible beer, but it really isn't. Like it really doesn't offer a whole much besides it not being awful. 5, 4, maybe. It's not awful. It's not. I'm not gonna puke it out or anything. Canada sucks. Come live in the States, and then you'll probably change your mind about that one. I just drink cheap beer. It's too expensive here. Yeah, I mean, this was what? $10 for a 6-pack? $10, $11 for a 6-pack? Something like that. I don't drink a lot of cheap beer. We had to buy cheap beer I bought it at Target. Holy shit, I forgot I bought it at Target. I don't usually buy cheap beer. We had to buy some cheap beer for brats. We're doing beer brats this week, my wife and I. And the cheapest that I could buy, that I felt like I could buy and not feel like a horrible human being, was Zipline's Copper Alt, which is the cheapest that I could go with. That was like $8 for a 6-pack. That was the cheapest beer I could buy without feeling terrible. Hey, ugly German Turfs. I haven't fixed Nightbot yet, but I did fix the other thing. The other one, speaking of which, what was I talking about? Something IPAs. Oh, IPAs is what we're talking about. I actually went to a fun dinner on Thursday night. Zipline Brewing Company, which is in Lincoln, Nebraska, did a dinner with a restaurant called the Twisted Fork in Omaha. And I went there, and they did food pairing stuff, and they did do this one thing that was it was like a crab stuffed steak, which sounds weird, and it tasted weird. But then they had an IPA paired with it, and together they were amazing. It was one of those things that, like, if definitely, like, apart they were mediocre at best, but together, together they were the best. So it was good. You got 18 for a 12 pack. Ooh. I prefer IPAs. IPAs, IPAs. I don't know. I just sometimes, and I agree with Micah on this one. Sometimes I think they're just like, this beer is really crappy, so let's call it an IPA. But I have had good IPAs. They're not saying that IPAs are terrible. I have had good IPAs. The Zudo Sue that I reviewed here once was pretty good. Lucky Bucket has a good IPA. They're not terrible. They're just not as good as they should be. Okay. So with that said, we're just not moving along very quick today. All right. So we have video options for today. And I will get this link for you already, and I will read the things in a second. Okay. So there you go. Go vote on things for me, my friends. Okay. We have, for today, The Great Globe Deception by The Morgile, The Truman Show by ODD TV, Debunking Flat Earth by Rob Skiba, Perspective Physics by Fuck It World, Proof the Sun is Close by Nicole Cote, Test People's Energies by Pretty Boss TV, and Can't Detox Vaccines by Jillian Mai Tai. That one that one smells more like chocolate the second time. So the last one I just found, I guess she was on a Dr. Phil show, selling some, like, the Jilly Juice, I think is what she calls it. And it looks awful, and it's probably awful, and she claims that it will, like, regrow limbs, and it will, like, do a bunch of crazy shit. And to Dr. Phil's credit, he was like, you full of shit, lady, on live TV, which was amazing. I don't know how I feel about Dr. Phil most of the time, but this one time he was very much like, you're being insane and you have, like, no evidence to promote this stuff. I don't know if that's a regular Dr. Phil thing where he's actually genuinely skeptical about things. I feel like it's not, but who knows. The battery is getting low and it's getting dark. Oh no. Don't. I saw somebody. Oh, that's so sad. Thank you. Alioop. I'm gonna go with Alioop. I saw somebody did, like, a little web comic of you've probably seen this before, of you've probably seen, like, Earth Chan and Mars Chan, which are, like, anthropomorphized versions of Earth and Mars and whatnot. So they did an anthropomorphized version of what is it, Curiosity? Was that Curiosity? I don't even remember the rover's name because I'm terrible. My quote is Upsy. Final message from yeah. It was like a little webcomic of the rover dying, and it was sad. Opportunity, right? Opies. Is that what we're calling him now? Opie? I'm okay with that. Yeah, it was really sad. It broke my heart a little bit. What's his name? Jake the Asshole, I guess that's his new name, right? Did like a video tribute to Opportunity, and it was weird because on the one hand it was like he was actually, like, praising the rover and stuff, and then did a little tribute to it, and I wasn't sure if he was, like, trying to make a parody of it or not, and everyone in the chat was like, "Oh, it's all fake and shit." I don't fucking understand you, Jake the Asshole. I was gonna put that video potentially on here, but then I was confused on whether it was, like, a legit. I don't think it was a legitimate, like, but that's why I was confused. If it was, like, a legitimate, like, oh, we're gonna miss you Opportunity, and you did a lot of great work over your whatever how many fucking years it was operational, and then it just. I bet the comment section seemed to think that it was a parody. I don't know. I was confused. Where is Earth-Chan? I don't know. Fan art of Cat Earth-Chan might have to happen. Why do I feel like I follow the same people in different streams? That's more or less how this happens. The rover got dusted. That it did. Enrique and Jack Abby's Happiness Union IPL. Ooh, that'd be good. You gotta watch Sci Strike's tribute to Opportunity. I do. That's, yeah, I really do. those rovers do a whole lot. I do love the fact that we live in a solar system with a planet whose population is entirely made up of robots. I think that's the best. At least he wasn't claiming gravity as God. Are people doing that now? I don't know how I feel about that. Well, I do know how I feel. I feel bad about that. Ooh, Nicole Cote is like way ahead. Oh goodness, you all are like gluttons for punishment today. Nicole Cote. Check out Astrom's video on the rovers as well. Okay, great channel. I have to look some of these things up. Hello, Machipecha. How are you? Yeah, I'm all for giving that rover a little bit of love because it did a lot of good things. So I'll take it. I'll take it. The first of all will dehydrate and demineralize you from the diarrhea you get from the oversalted cabbage juice. Oh yes. Oh the jelly juice. Yeah, it's like fermented cabbage juice. I think I was trying to find like a video of her that was like the recipe for jelly juice and like all her claims, but I really couldn't find much. Like all she really had, like the oldest video that I could find was her talking to Dr. Phil, and Dr. Phil being a reasonable human being. So I didn't want to do that video because Dr. Phil was pretty much going to say everything that I was going to say. And then after that, there was like her response to it, which I guess could be something, but that we could watch. Yeah, jelly juice. It's disgusting. It's disgusting looking. I don't even want to. Yeah, no, it's disgusting looking. But I was really hoping to find like the recipe for it. I did give Microbloganism the link to that site, so it might potentially be a taking a look at kind of dealio to go through that site, because it just sounds hilarious. One jelly, one jelly, one cup. Oh no. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe one day I can actually find a video of the recipe and her claims, but she genuinely did claim that you could regrow arms, and she hadn't seen it herself, and she had no documentation of it happening. But her God, that's a terrible sentence to say. But her jelly juice could do this. God, I feel dirty saying that sentence, but I said it anyway. Okay, so it looks like Nicole Cote is going to be the... Oh, yeah, Nicole Cote is easily the winner on this one. Yeah. Number three, nope. Definitely Nicole Cote. So, with that, we're gonna do some Nicole Cote. Why not, right? We haven't talked about Nicole Cote in forever. Oh, which one's Nicole Cote? Everything is. I think it's this one. We will find out here shortly.
Hey guys.
Yep, that sounds like her. Okay, so, headphones. So the name of the video, and I have to actually put it on your screen too, because you can't see it. Go to this one, go to this one, go to this one. I will one of these days have myself someone help me out. Hint, wife, you should help me. You should help me make these streams work a little bit better. Oh my goodness, I like really got that at a high resolution for some weird reason. Why are you showing up either? We are having technical issues, which is unheard of here before. That we would have technical issues. Where are you, VLC? VLC, there we go. Proof everything is a lie. There we go. Flat Earth oh god. This is great. Okay, so the full name of the video is Proof Everything You Were Taught About the Sun is a Lie! Exclamation mark. I think, if I remember, that I put this video in here a long time ago, so I don't entirely know, but I think we're going to read from this Flat Earth News. From Lancaster, California. California, I love you. You're a great state. Please do me a favor and stop spewing nonsense everywhere. We're going to have access to archive of Jelly Juice bullshit as a result of piggy shit shows from months back on my channel. Oh, good. Jelly Juice gives you waterfalls. That's what I've heard. Oh god, I don't even want to think about it. It's gross. Similar claims have been made about magic underwear. It's true. I love Zoe Deschanel. Did someone compare? Nicole Coaching reminds me of a boring Zoe Deschanel. No. Zoe Deschanel she's a pretty lady. Not that Nicole Cote isn't. like so much of Zoe Deschanel is tied to her personality, which is, you know, spunky and animated, and Nicole Cote is not either of those. Mm. Yeah, I'm mad enough to admit that I teared up and watched that video. Video of what? Zoe Deschanel? I lost track of things. Oh, the brave little rover that could. Oh no! Someone post that in the chat so that everyone else can cry like little ladies that we are. Okay. With that said, let's listen to a little bit more. I think it's the glasses. In some of her other videos, she's not wearing glasses, and I genuinely think she looks better without glasses. Not gonna lie. I am usually a sucker for glasses. I really genuinely am, but she not wearing some is actually like I don't think they fit her face. I really, she needs a different style. They just don't fit her face. I don't. Whatever. I'm being petty and judgmental about the looks of another person, which I shouldn't be, but you know, that's what I do. Claiming you have watched the video and did not even get a bit teary is like those people that think they make themselves look better when they pretend they have never touched themselves in pleasure. Oh, I could see that. I really gotta see. I haven't actually seen the video. So I have to do that. Okay, so with all of this said, we're going to listen to a little bit of Nicole Cote, what she has to say, and move on from there. I think, do I have the sound going? I don't even remember if I have the sound going. Yes. Okay, here we go.
Hey guys, I'm back at it again, ready to read you an article that I was just looking through and reading. It's very telling to how our sun is not 93 million miles away, nor do we revolve around the sun on a planet like we've been told.
God, you're so Nicole, just be Nightbot. Don't be a dick. Just be a little bit more animated. Oh yeah, no, they and them. You can't actually post links to things. Somebody can probably do that for you though. But not me. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Go back. I clicked on the link. That was a terrible idea. I was trying to copy and paste it for you, but then I clicked on it. So that's gonna have to wait. I'm sure one of the mods can actually copy and paste it for you. Sorry about that. Nightbot sucks, but that's actually it's not even Nightbot. I think YouTube would have stopped you even if Nightbot hadn't stopped you. I think someone out there would have stopped you. Sorry, it's not a me rule. I think it's a YouTube rule, and I don't know how to fix it. Maybe I can I don't know. Not that I actually want my channel spammed with with YouTube videos. I've already seen the ODD think about Truman, Schema, and Morgile hurt me physically with a dumbness, and fuck it world is well overdone. That leaves Nicole Cote, Pretty Boss, and Chili Juice. That's a that's a good way to do this. I don't know. The Rob Schema one seemed interesting just because I think it was his presentation during the Flat Earth International Conference this last November. And now that is it Rob Schema? I'm not sure if it's Rob Schema or Mark Sargent anymore. I'm gonna look at that real quick. Sorry, I just realized that I'm not actually sure whose video that is. I want to say it's Rob Schema, but now thinking about it, it might have been Mark Sargent. We're gonna take like a quick look at it. Where is it? People's Energy, Truman Show, Perspective, Among for Dummies.
I've structured my talk today.
That was really loud. Unnecessarily loud. Yeah, it is Rob Schema. There he is. Okay. All right, it is Rob Schema. Nobody cares about you, Rob Schema. So we'll go back. Yes, we can.
Hey guys, I'm back at it again, ready to read you an
So just skip it a little bit. Nicole Cote has this tendency to read articles rather than produce her own content. I have issues with that. Nicole, besides being boring at reading, you really should just produce something. Okay. As the juice will kill you in the silver covering from Jill being the non sequitur and I don't know, Pretty Boss TV, Cote or bust as opposed to Orphan Red and bust. Oh no! They and them is cool. He should have a wrench. Well, if people say so. We gave Cat Arthur a wrench earlier today, so you know This whole channel's going down the drain. Turning up for an inanimate object is irrational. Why? Why was I irrational? Maybe it made me think about The Silent Running, a 70s sci-fi movie. I don't know. You're personifying inanimate objects is a thing that we do. Actually, I read a cool study about that. Again, derailment on my own. I had to do so we have to do like article reviews for my methodologies class. And one of the articles that I picked was actually comparing. Oh god, I have to remember this. Comparing how much children. So children anthropomorphize things, and role playing. So I was comparing those two. The idea is that if you anthropomorphize and you role play, that you're probably using very similar parts of your brain to do those things as children. I know adults anthropomorphize and role play as well, but this is about children. They use similar parts of your brain to do that. Or sorry, that's what they were testing, whether they use similar parts of your brain. So they wanted to first see if there was a connection between these two. So the idea is if you anthropomorphize more as a child, you're more likely to engage in role playing at a more as well. So they're correlated with each other, right? Positively correlated with each other. And it turns out it is, which was really neat. So yeah, if you anthropomorphize more, chances are you role play more, which is, keep that in mind in bed. There's a sentence that just got said. Snowed in. It's completely opposite in the UK right now. It feels like late spring this last week. God, you guys are lucky bastards. Literally, like, I don't. Okay, camera, don't like die on me. Is it gonna die on me? Yeah. So you can see at least how tall like the snow is right there. It's like that's out right out my balcony. That's a good 6 inches. 6 inches of snow right there on my balcony. And that doesn't include like everything else. I actually have a video, and it might. Sorry for everyone else. It might turn out to be a patron exclusive video, of me walking to my wife's office in the snow, from my balcony. You can see it was great. Thanks for the spanner. It's just I'm just an idiot in the chat, so thanks. The community is great. Well, thank you very much. Wally, yes. Johnny 5, no. Oh, are we comparing? Okay, Wally is better than Johnny 5. Not that is like a scientific fact right there. Stop derailing. Red. I'm just the worst. My chair hates anthropomorphizing. Anthropomorphism. Yeah. RP in bed was thinking about LARPing instead. Yeah. Yeah. LARP. Oh god, I haven't LARPed in forever. Yeah, I don't know. You role play. That'd be interesting to do a study in adults too. Like, like how much role play? Because like, so their definition of role playing was like pretend play, pretty much, right? Like, here's my sword. I'm gonna kick your ass. Yeah. But now that I think about it, adults do that all the time as well. Like they do role play, and not just in the kinky way, but in like D&D is a thing that exists, right? And LARPing's a thing that exists, and there's a bunch of other nerdy things that exist whose names I don't know. They're sort of similar to role playing, and they exist. And I'm really curious as to what the correlation is between anthropomorphizing in adults and like LARPing. Not in particular, but like role playing. That'd be interesting. I wonder. I'm gonna have to put that up for a study next time I do a thing, because I didn't think about that. That'd be kind of cool. Okay, so, well, the snow is producing its own, like, gaps, and yeah. Yeah, it's really bright outside. The sun came out. Okay, you can send some of that snow to me if you want. Also, if you don't want, I like snow. We only had 2 somewhat snowy days this winter. We've had so many snowy days that, OPS, which is the public school district, so the Omaha Public School District in Omaha, obviously, has run out of snow days. We're out of snow days. We have used up all of our snow days. It's great. So thankfully this one happened on the weekend, which, I mean, sucks for me because I would have taken a snow day any day. But yeah, no, we were out of snow days. I've used up like 2 or 3 vacation days this winter just to like not go to work on snow days. It's been great. I might have to use one tomorrow to go get my car fixed too. Okay. So with all of that said, we're gonna move on. We're gonna try to listen. God, Nicole, please be less boring, Nicole.
I was just looking through and reading. It's very telling to how our sun is not 93 million miles away, nor do we revolve around the sun on a planet like we've been told. And I just thought this was a really awesome flat earth proof written in a really short and simple article.
Okay, I'm gonna go find the playback speed. Sorry, I can't. I just can't. Is 1.5 times faster good enough for you all? I'm sorry. She's so slow. That was a sentence that should have taken you 2 seconds, Nicole. Okay. Seen a vid on a recreated WW1 country house party. Ooh. With everything done by LARPers upstairs and downstairs as they used to do it. Look good. That does sound like fun. I mean, that kind of stuff is always a lot of fun, honestly. I did. There was a friend, like a friend, not I shouldn't call him a friend. I really don't know him that well, but I was part of this group here in Omaha called Omaha Humanists something or another. It was probably just Omaha Humanists. And one of the members was the owner. I think he was trying to sell it, of this really cool old house in Omaha, like centuries old house that still had like gas lighting everywhere. Like it was this really cool, like, just there were gas lamps and like inside wall gas things. It was great. It was pretty cool. And then we had like a Christmas party there, and he also did like some steampunk like stuff in that house, LARPing nonsense. It's not nonsense. LARPing's fun. Been 5 years since I'd seen snow, ever since I moved to the equator. God, I want to move to the equator. I like snow sometimes. Not right now. Right now I'm tired of it. I might go for a walk after this. I'm trying to convince my wife that we should go for a walk in the snow because I think it'd be great. R&D, you're shaming of boring Americans is so uncool. We are very boring. All right, with that said, we'll keep going here.
Do for yourself to prove that the sun is a light 32 miles across. Of course, we don't know 100% what the sun is, but we can measure from its shadows and from its rays the distance.
Can you now? Okay.
And the size of the sun's diameter itself can be proven with an experiment. And I will read you this article so you could share it with others and bask in the truth of the flat earth.
So this was a thing that God, this is such an old video. It's one of my first videos that I did a video on this very I think it might have been my first flat earth video, actually, about the sun and stuff. Oh God, I'm gonna die. The crater is a myth. It isn't even real. Line on the ground. What the hell? It's true. Have you guys seen? And I don't know, Cat Arthur, maybe you've seen this walking around the equator, because I know you regularly do this. Have you seen those people who sit like on the equator and they do the magical bowl thing where they like swirl water down it, and then it swirls whatever counterclockwise in the southern hemisphere, and then they walk over like the 20 feet over to the north, and it's swirling the other way. Have you seen that? That's bullshit, but it's hilarious that people fall for it. Can't you put your measuring wheel on a tiny ski? Then she has to accompany you to avoid RD running into traffic, shouldn't she? That's true. I'm gonna have to tell her. We gotta. I want to go for a walk outside. It's hilarious. We don't know what the sun is, but we know what it is not. Sure. Yeah. Somebody else said that. I think. Oh yeah. I'm into like the sun stuff and debase proofs, and he kind of says something similar about how we don't know what the sun is. We do. And what it's made of. We do. But that's okay. But yeah, this is a video I already did a thing about like forever ago, where you can do like I think, and I'm gonna prediction time, that they do the trigonometry thing where like if the sun is here and you're over here, you can get the tangent, or you can get the angle to the sun, and then you take the tangent of this line, and it'll give you this line, right? Like you do the whatever SOHCAHTOA, what is that equation? The tangent equals tangent equals the opposite over the adjacent. So then you just rearrange that shit and you get a triangle, right? To figure out how high it is. So I did a video. This is my first video. My first flat earth video. I did a video about this. It doesn't work like anywhere besides the equator. Is that what I found out? Like, well, not that it works at the equator, but as you move north or south from the equator, you start getting different results. For doing it at the exact same time along the same longitude line. So if you move up in latitudes and move down in latitudes, and you get the tangent of that angle, you get different results at the exact same time, because it doesn't work. It's pretty much because the Earth's a sphere is pretty much what I'm saying. Do you wish to borrow my Scott skis? Ooh, I would. I haven't skied. I've never skied. Like, period. Like, I've never tried skiing or snowboarding, or cross country skiing. Like, and I'll never put on skis. I'd like to try one of these days. Yes, I've seen one of those videos. Lol. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty much that video. I'm fairly certain. It's a video I've already done. I can't give you a spanner, but I can give you bacon. Bacon's the best. Okay. Dang it, the weather had only one job. You should file a complaint with the weather department, R&D. I really should. This is awful. I've been stuck at home like twice. This is like the third day this week. This is like the third day this week that I've been stuck at home. Or just I refuse to go outside because it's too fucking snowy. Either way, this is the third day this week. All right, moving on with more of this nonsense.
And it's knowledge that is staring us right in our faces. Literally, the light and the shadows on our Earth are very telling. And I'll just go ahead and read this for you guys. So I'll post the link in the description as well if you don't like my voice. I know some of you out there can't stand to listen to me, but for those
if I mean, I get that. I people tell me they can't stand to listen to me too. So, but no, your voice is boring. Just be more animated. That's all we're asking for, Nicole.
who want to, I'll just go ahead and read it for you. This is written by the International Flat Earth Research Society back in December 1978. Sun is a light 32 miles across.
Jesus, fuck, slow down there, Nicole. Like, you are actually going too fast. That made me a little dizzy.
Dr. Robertson, one of our British members, made the discovery and conducted this experiment to prove from a practical common sense, demonstrated and demonstratable experiment the sun is 32 miles across. See the difference in our methods to the absurd childish games of theoretical physics, the crude burlesque comedy satire on sanity called Einstein or fairy tale fable physics.
All right. Oh, this is great. This is the best. I love it. So God, not that I'm against insulting people. Like, go ahead, insult people all you want. But I do find it funny. Like, I will always find this hilarious that the people who get the most butthurt about insults are the ones who are easily willing to fling insults themselves and just can't handle it when you insult them. Wait, Rhetoric and Discourse has not even wrenched the second lady from the Germany. You monster. Who's the second? There's a second lady. Shit, I'm sorry. I didn't want to assume your gender, second lady from Germany. The sad thing is that she has actually improved. Oh, that's probably true. Who's the second lady from Germany? Hey, Luke Fallwalker, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for joining us. I have like so many patrons here. I gotta do a thing, patrons. And I'm sorry that I'm terrible at this, but I said I was gonna do it and I haven't done it yet. I'm making bingo cards. We should play Woo Bingo one of these days. It's good. It'll be a thing. It'll be a thing that we do because I've just been a mess. But it'll be a thing that we do. Soonish. Keep an eye on the Patreon things. Okay.
In fable physics, also called science, you discard mere facts and just say anything. Truth is whatever you want it to be. 2 + 2 could be 7 or nothing. So they can say the sun is 1.
Okay, no. God damn it. No. Okay. Fairy tale fable. In fable physics, also called science. Like, okay, I don't want to sound like one of those people who complain about this, but God damn it. Like, science is also the thing that has like lets you do your videos, Nicole Cote, and it's so frustrating that you're so willing to bash on science while not even bothering to understand. Like, you blanket science, right? Just because you're pissed about the fact that the Earth isn't the shape that you want it to be. You blanket science as this thing that's just fairy tales, right? As this thing that is just made up, while you take advantage of modern science and all the things that it brings you, and you all just all lump it together. Like, yeah, you are alive and have a good life, relatively, right? A good life thanks to the advent of like, good crop rotation, good crops, pesticides, and all this other great stuff. Um, and you get to eat like good, decent food. But it's still all just fake because it disagrees with you on the shape of the Earth, and that's just a bunch of bullshit. Ah, now I want curry. Oh man, I'm hungry. I had I'll talk about. Oh, okay. Gio is doing a thing. Fun, ugly German truths. He is doing a thing. His thing doesn't start for hopefully another hour, which is why we're doing this earlier. So yeah, that's why we're here early. The show started early so that Gio can do his thing without things. Okay. So I did a thing. Food. Speaking of food, and that I kind of just ate. I had Spam for like the first time ever. Yeah, no, it was definitely the first. No, second time having Spam. I had like Spam sushi, which is like a Hawaiian Spam sushi, which I guess like Hawaii's all big into Spam because of GIs back in World War whatever 2, I'm guessing. And so I found this like recipe of like grilled Spam with a like a pineapple glaze thing on it, and sushi rice and sushi leaves. That's not what they're called. Seaweed leaves. It was pretty good, not gonna lie. It was Dora Niku. I don't know, maybe something. Something. It was I don't remember what it was called. Onigiri? Something like that. My wife probably remembers the thing, but it wasn't bad. I mean, it was Spam sushi, which is a little weird, but it wasn't bad. Okay, things and stuff. I already forgot.
Million times larger than the Earth, or say 10 billion times.
Oh, is Dora Nuki? You're not the German lady. Who's the other German lady then?
Makes no difference, as not a word of modern astronomy is true. It is demonstrated by the sun's rays. It is 32 miles across. Also, the nautical almanac bears out the fact that the sun is very small compared to Earth, but very large compared with the tiny planets. In books on astronomy, we are gravely told that the sun is more than 1,000,000 times larger than the sea-Earth globe. The writers who make these extravagant assertions do not attempt to give us any good practical evidence in proof thereof.
Okay. So, sorry, Dora, the name has misled me, and I'm sorry again. Where are you from? Oh, is Dora a German name? That's interesting. Okay. I'm on a report that spam Twitter for spam. Oh goodness, that was a terrible joke. Anyone have spicy McChickens from McDonald's? Oh no, I didn't have any. Don't eat at McDonald's. Okay. Things. What was I talking? Oh, science. Okay. So, this is a thing, and it actually it's a thing that I've been having a great joy learning about because I'm trying to learn how to write scientific papers. It's going well, I guess. One of the fun things about, or not fun things, one of the things that we get taught in scientific papers writing is you got to sort of give like references for pretty much anything you say, which makes like half of your paper just be like citations. So anything you say you have to cite unless it's like something that's so incredibly like basic that there's like no need for it. And this seems to be like a big complaint by flat earthers that like they can't find like mentions of like the size of the Earth or the shape of the Earth or like the distance to the sun and the shape of the sun and like physics papers or like, astrophysics papers or whatever, rocket science papers. I'm sure there's a thing for that they can't actually find any good mentions of like the shape of the Earth or proof of it. or experiments demonstrating that, and that's not because they don't exist. It's because it's such an old concept and it's understood so well that there's absolutely no reason to like to cite a paper. Like we just don't have to do that anymore, right? It's established fact. That's it. Spam always reminds me of Monty Python. I can see that. Okay, with that said, oh goodness, with that said, we're gonna take a quick break so that I can refill the beers and stuff and things. There we go. Enjoy some copyright free music and some of the other stuff. Fan art, both of those. Enjoy those. I will be right back. Yes, we'll do that. All right, we're back. God, there's the one. You should ugly German truths. You should go back to the video of a bearded dude monologuing over randomness, newspaper clippings like looks like conspiracy channels. Is that a thing, or are you calling me a thing? Is that a me? I don't. Oh, was that a thing we did like forever ago? Oh, was that a Rob Skiba video? There was a video once where we did something. I think I remember. Okay. Potato bun. What? I don't know what I missed. I'm not sure. I want to figure it out. To run some errands, give me some lunch. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Jared. Enjoy your lunch. I hope it's good. Okay. The calculations for a male shoe size in the United States is 3 times last length in inches. Okay. I don't actually. I used to work at a shoe store. I still don't understand why we do shoes the way that we do. It's a little weird. All right. So with all of that said, all of that fun. That's not the right window. This is the right window. With all that fun chat stuff out of the way, we got more Nicole Cote, who's going to tell us why the sun is 23 miles away or 23 miles wide or whatever. Excuse me. And then stuff and things. So here we go.
The authoritative assumptions are supposed to be sufficient, in spite of good authorities against them, and the opposition of science against science. Let an observer stand by night directly under a lamppost. The light above him will cast no side shadow. If he moves northwards, his shadow will fall towards the north, and if he goes south, his shadow will fall southwards. If the light were extended by a number of feet above his head, say for 10 feet, then on the observer moving that distance underneath, he would still see no shadow.
So you're doing Ptolemy. Ooh, just a little food porn talking about BLT. Ooh. God, what was that? There's a one food porn show that I was like, you all should go watch. What was it called? Damn it. Barbecue Grill Boys. Barbecue Boy Grills. No, that one sounds terrible. Barbecue Pit Boys. There we go. Barbecue Pit Boys. You want some good old fashioned American food makes you fat food porn. That's the place to watch. Oh, they make some good stuff. I really do. They did like a giant scrambled egg things with like 2 packs of bacon. They did. Oh God, we made these. They did potato bombs, which is what they called them, and they were like baked potatoes, but you stuffed them with stuff, with like cheese and like deli meat and stuff, and then you wrapped it in bacon, and then you baked them, and it was delicious. I made some. It was great. I love it. Sped up the audio. Yes, we did speed up the audio. We weren't about to we weren't about to do Nicole Cote anytime soon. Yeah. Barbecue Pit Boys. Go watch them if you want some good bacony food things. That's the place to go. Anyone remember Man vs. Food? That show was disgusting in a good way, but disgusting. God damn, that was I felt for him every time. They did. There was the one pizza place. I think it was in Milwaukee. That they had like an 11-pound pizza or some nonsense, right? And I always wanted to take my friends from Milwaukee. I always wanted to go like, hey, we should go do this and win like the $500 prize, and then you spend all that $500 on hospital bills. Okay. Here we go.
That is, the vertical rays of light would cast no shadow for a distance equal to its own extent. Now apply this reasoning to the shadows of vertical objects cast by the sun's rays. In northern latitudes, the shadows fall towards the north, and in southern, the south. The declination of the sun varies from the Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degrees north, to an equal declination south of the equator, the Tropic of Capricorn. Between these extremes, the sun is always at noon, directly overhead, in places with altitudes equal to its declination, the variation in which is the cause of the varying seasons.
Wait, go back. I want to say that most of that was wrong. But you were saying a lot of things. Okay. Northern latitudes, the shadow falls towards the north. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily at all would it fall to that is dumb. I liked Richmond better, but the new dude and his companiables enough. Is there new, is this still Man vs. Food? Is there a new Man vs. Food? I wish she always talked this fast. We all do. We honestly all do. So no, not necessarily. Like, um, I don't want to say this sentence, but I think it's the best way to put it. Like during the winter solstice, the sun is the north it'll be, not that it's actually north, right? But at that point, you can you can actually have shadows being casted southwards. Like if the sun is more north than you are, the shadows will actually be cast southwards. So this idea, that the shadows fall towards the north is dumb. They don't. Like in the northern hemisphere, they fall towards the north. Not necessarily. If you're at a more southern latitude than where the sun is like raised, or 9 degrees to the surface of the earth, if you're southern of that, then the sun will cast a shadow southward, and same thing the other way around. So I'm kind of confused at what the hell you're talking about, Nicole, or what this is talking about, because it's not actually true. Like you could verify this by going outside. Unless you mean a specific time, but you didn't say a specific time, did you? No, it doesn't sound like you did. I'm confused. Stop autocorrecting quantity. I have 100 up and down. I'm sorry if things are bad. I'm sorry. What are you saying? Google says everything is good, and that's about the best that I can do. I don't know. One of these days we'll have a new computer and things will be better. I promise. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's almost tax season, which just to be slightly political, I'm probably gonna have to pay taxes this year because I didn't get a tax cut. Like 99% of the U.S. didn't get a tax cut. That's a political statement right there.
The Tropic of Capricorn.
Whoa. That was what just happened. What just happened? What in the world? I don't know what just happened. Was that a me thing? Was that a her thing?
You discard mere facts and just say anything. Truth
we
are
heard that.
Supposed to be sufficient, in spite of good authorities against them.
We heard that.
If the light were extended by a number of feet above his head,
We heard that.
to the shadows of vertical objects cast by the sun's rays.
Heard that.
Of Cancer,
Nope.
23.5 degrees north to an equal.
Okay. That is not a me problem. For once, technical difficulties are not an R&D problem. They are a Nicole Cote problem. There's something wrong with the video. So I'm sorry that you're gonna have to watch a gray screen for however long. I thought that was something I messed up, but it's something that Coke messed up. So that's just, yeah. They have made 3 new seasons with a different eater, man versus food, an American Irish guy with thick caterpillar stash. Sexy. Okay, here we go.
Declination south of the equator, the Tropic of Capricorn. Between these extremes, the sun is always at noon, directly overhead, in places with altitudes equal to its...
What? Okay, what? Equal declination north of Tropic of Cancer, but between these extremes, the sun is always at noon, directly overhead at places with altitudes equal to the declination. Oh, okay.
Declination, the variation in which is the cause of the varying seasons. In these places on land or at sea, the sun casts no side shadow at noon, and it has been found that this phenomenon extends for 32 miles, so that the column of the sun's vertical rays is 32 miles across in every direction, a distance equal to the length of the solar diameter. And whether we take the surface of the sea as curved or horizontal, there would make little difference to the diameter.
No, it would make a big difference.
As may be seen on referring to figure 20. Diagrams and arguments demonstrate that the diameter of the sun is only 32 miles across. Thus, the sun is a small body as compared with the size of the earth. Yet as compared with the planets, it is a giant, and as the psalmist says, a giant rejoicing to run his race.
Wait, what? Okay. Diagrams and arguments demonstrate that the diameter of the sun is only 32 miles, thus the sun is small body as compared to the size of the earth. Yet as compared with the planets, it is a giant. I just... Okay. The sun doesn't arc across the sky. I guess I kind of understand what the argument is, but I'm very confused. Like, so I guess, do I have a sun somewhere? I do have a sun somewhere. I don't want to grab it though. Ah. Alright, sun on a stick, come here. Nope, it's attached to things. Nope, not coming out. I tried my best. So I guess the idea is like, here's the sun, and so if you're right directly below the sun, then you have no shadow. Which if you've ever seen like one of those places where you get like no shadows, I forget where it is. There's some place on the equator where like at noon there's literally no shadows, and there's pictures of it, and it looks super like surreal because nothing has a shadow, and it's really cool. Go do that one. It's cool. So if you're here, if you're directly south, then there's no shadow. But then if you move, what's half of 32? 16 miles this way, then there's a shadow because the sun, right? And then if you move 30 or 16 miles this way, there's a shadow going that way, and then a shadow going this way. So therefore, the sun can only be these this 32 mile big because that's how the sun rays work. That's her claim. No. No, not at all. Wolfie did a video on the thing, yeah. The state of this channel is strong. The state of any channel is strong. Wolfie did a thing on the no shadow things. Yeah, it looks weird. If you haven't seen it, go look up like God, I don't even know what you Google, but it looks funky. It looks great. I love it. But yeah, so that's the argument. How does 32 mile wide body even burn this long? She has a screw loop. I mean, I guess it's a light bulb. I don't know. There's a lot of things, right? Like, there's a lot of things wrong with that. 32 miles big. I don't even so. How would we test this? Because she's also. I'm trying to think of another way to test this to like independently verify that it's only 32 miles large, right? I'm trying to think of another way that could potentially test it. I mean, the only thing that I could ever come up with is like Ptolemy's sticks in the ground experiment, but that obviously led to different conclusions. And so this idea that regardless of whether the Earth is flat or round, you get the same results is also a bunch of bullshit, because you don't get the same results if the Earth is round versus it being flat, because you get different results, which should tell you a whole lot. She would probably say it has been burning for 6,000 years. I'm not even sure she would say that it's burning. Even though we have like really good images of like solar flares and stuff, I'm not actually sure if she'd say that it is burning. And yeah, I don't think she would.
The nautical almanac bears out the truth of the sun's comparatively small size. It gives the sun semi-diameter 16 minutes of a degree. 1 degree of a latitude is equal to 60 miles, and as there are 16 minutes to a degree, twice 16 minutes must be equal to 32 miles. The sun's diameter by no less an authority than that of the navigator's chief almanac.
Okay. No.
Exclamation. So yeah, I just thought I'd share this quick little article with you guys, and please do share it. Please tell your friends.
Oh shit! Look at that.
Try to get them to see what is right in front of our face, and try to see past the lies we've been told. And I hope you all are having a great day. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Wow. Well, would you look at that? We finished the video. We've never finished. It's been a while. It's been a while since we finished the video. Look at that. I don't know what we do next. What did we do after we finish the video? We haven't done this. You need 3 sticks to really prove the Earth is round. So the Ptolemy thing, Ptolemy didn't actually prove that the Earth was round. Like, that was already established. He just figured out the size of it. But yeah, 3 sticks would do it too. Well, I looked up latitudes of the places and distances between them, and I got an average of 41 kilometers. Now I just need to do it in real life. There's been a few people who have done it in real life, and it's pretty cool. Okay, talk about Peaks of Gate. Oh, we could talk about Peaks of Gate. So we can either. All right. So first things first. We so rarely make it to the end of the video. We always, when we do get some free boobs. So we'll get those going here. Oh no, one of the poor maintenance guys is trying to shovel outside. I feel real bad for you. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sure you've been doing this like all day, and you're exhausted of doing it, but. On a Sunday. Oh my, he's got a snow, not plow, snow machine. That's a word. And he's actually like genuinely struggling to get it pushed down the street. I'm sorry. Okay. So we'll get boobs, and I guess we get to vote again. I don't know. We could do Pizzagate. I know that Marty Leeds has a Pizzagate video that I will always want to talk about Marty Leeds because it's always the best. Otherwise we can just where is the thing? Why can't I find it? I have obviously not used this enough times to remember how any of this works. I am lost on Streamlabs. I am lost. Where are my notifications? Why can't I find my notifications? Oh goodness gracious, I know they exist. Are you down here? Where did everything go? Oh, Streamlabs, you changed everything. Now I don't know where anything is. Account, widgets, alerts. Where are my alerts? Why can't I find my alerts? Oh no, I feel real dumb that I can't do the thing I want to do. Oh no. Oh, well that was a thing. This is fabulous. I don't know where anything went. Yeah, I'm at a loss. I've been tired of a loss on how to fix this. So we won't. Okay. I will try to mess with that later. Sorry, guys. All right. So with that said, I guess we get to vote again. They are going to be in the last place I look. That's exactly how all of that works. Okay. I guess we can vote again. I guess, right? Why not? Why not vote again? So, obviously Nicole Cote isn't allowed again, but we will grab our video menu. We never finish videos, so this is always so confusing. So we have again The Great Old Globe Deception by the Morgile, The Truman Show by ODD TV, Debunking Flat Earth by Rob Skiba, Perspective Physics by Fuck It World, not that one, not number 5, and Test People's Energy by Pretty Boss TV, and Cat Detox Vaccines by Jillian Mighty, I don't know. Jillian Mighty, I guess. I don't know. That's a weird way to say that. Okay, so number 5 is gone. Yeah, no number 5. We'll get the new poll going here, and we can vote all over again. God, this is so weird. I'm at a loss because we never do this, right? We never actually finish a video. It takes us too long. This is what happens when microbloganism isn't here to like distract me every 30 seconds. That we never finish a video. So, speaking of pizza, whoever did the pizza slide is funny as hell. Who did the pizza slide? That was one of my patrons. Oh goodness. Was it No, it was definitely one of my patrons. I don't remember which one though. Sorry if I don't remember, but I remember putting it up there because it was fantastic. He also did a fun chart of like how many Jaredisms or like we broke down stupids by people. Like one Jaredism equals like 2 Rob Skibos or something, and like the lowest denominator was like a Riley. Like a Riley is the lowest. Hawaii on the equinox. Oh yes, look up Hawaii on the equinox. It's great. It was Luke. That's what it was. There we go. It's pretty great because yeah, I can't pizza. Hey, Eager TV, how are you? Hello, Pearheads again. Baller bitches. It's our preferred pronoun. Hello, Pearheads. I heard that this week is funnier than ballers. Ha ha ha. You're a funny guy. Yeah, so this week we did a sun thing. You kind of missed the sun part, but if you want to do flat Earth things, your TV, you're welcome to pick one of the other ones. Um, we do have some flat Earth stuff on here if you want to talk flat Earth. Or also we have some like anti-vaxxer. I don't. Are you an anti-vaxxer? There's some anti-vaxxer stuff if you really want to talk about that stuff as well. Um, I will one day figure out where my fudge notifications went. I don't know why I decided to say fudge that time when I like never say it any other time. Oh, members, shared access, API settings. No, no. I just want to know where my notifications went. Streamlabs, where are my notifications? um, God. Oh, Oh, wow. Everything kind of got moved around. Okay. Well, I found my notifications. Okay. So it's definitely not where it should be. So, but we finished the thing, so we do get some free boobs. None of these are really names, so for finishing that video and all of you keeping me on sort of some amount, there we go. It's not derailing me too much. We finished the video. We get free boobs. That's our complication. Your notifications. I figured them out eventually. I got there. So, with all that said, Rob Skiba, he likes Jesus and a flat earther. Two things pair heads hate. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna assume that a decent amount of my audience isn't religious, but I don't know if anybody here like hates Jesus. Like I don't believe he exists, so I don't really hate like out of all the biblical characters, I think he's the least offensive. So I don't know if I hate him as a character even. I don't like that's about it. I hate it when websites move things. It's the worst. So I don't think I hate him as a character. Like I think he's honestly, if you're gonna hate a character in the Bible for his just like characteristics, God is kind of the hateable one who does a lot of real like. Besides the fact that what's one of my favorite rules that God does is if a woman is raped, she's got to marry her rapist. If it happens outside of the city, right? Like so if you when cities had walls, right? So if a woman gets raped outside of the city, and you find her rapist, that woman has to marry that rapist. That is the punishment that the rapist gets, is that he gets a woman. That's a little weird. That's actually no, that's a little fucked up. That's a little weird. The other one that I think is far worse is and this is like, I don't know. I'm gonna call it victim blaming because it's exactly what it is. That if a woman gets raped within a city, within the city limits, and she and the rapist both get stoned to death because she obviously didn't scream, because if she had screamed, they would have found her. So therefore she enjoyed it. Therefore she wasn't actually raped. And that's fucked up. Like not gonna mince words on that one. That's really fucked up. That if a rape happens and they're not caught in the act, it's the woman's fault for not screaming loud enough, and therefore both of them need to put to death. Like that is some horrible shit, which is why the God character in the Bible is like, if you're gonna hate anyone, it's the God character of the Bible. That's it. That's the one. Igor, have you watched Behind the Curve yet? Oh yeah, have you watched it? It's an interesting film. Or interesting documentary. My favorite part still is like all the Jeranism parts are awesome, right? Like everything the Jeranism says in that documentary is pure gold. But honestly, my favorite one is that bit where Mark Sargent is in his hotel room and he's talking about how Truman, in the Truman Show, he left the dome that he lived in because he had nothing. He had nothing, right? Like his life was worth. He didn't really have anything to go back to, as opposed to like the mayor of that Truman Show. If he were the mayor, he wouldn't want to leave because he'd lose his ladies and his limo and the money and all that stuff, right? He'd lose all that, and so he never leave. And saying this is why people don't this is why people still keep believing in the globe, because they have all this stuff to lose, right? And then the interviewer asked him, aren't you like now the mayor of Flat Earth? So why, wouldn't you have a hard time leaving Flat Earth because you lose all this stuff? And Mark Sargent pretty much agrees that he wouldn't be able to leave the Flat Earth if he tried now. They wouldn't let him. And the hypocrisy of that statement is just, I love it. It's the best. And he doesn't quite understand why he's a hypocrite to say those things. So that is easily so far my favorite part about that movie. He shall not yet, but I heard the laser telescope dilemma. Too bad regular gyroscopes don't measure movement. So Eager, I want you to understand something here about the laser and the gyroscope thing. Those weren't experiments that the globe, what are we called? Baller bitches. There you go. The baller bitches proposed. Those are experiments that Jeranism and crew proposed. Bob and crew proposed, right? Those were their experiments. So they designed the experiments. So they obviously, and even if you don't agree with them, they obviously think that a gyroscope measures the movement of the Earth. That was their premise. Not, I mean, it is ours too, but that was how they went to it. So if that's their premise, then they need to. Then what it demonstrates isn't, and you don't have to accept that the Earth is flat or not based on this one experiment. But what it does show, and I think is far more interesting that it shows, is that they are not pursuing science the right way. Because they propose an experiment, and according to them, if the experiment shows a 15-degree change in, like, the gyro turns 15 degrees per hour, then it shows that the Earth is moving. Right? That was their hypothesis. When it didn't show that, when it did show that, instead of accepting the findings of their experiment, they found they shifted the goalposts, and then they started saying other things, right? And that, I think, is a far more important thing to demonstrate than it is whether the Earth is flat or round. I think demonstrating that Bob and others aren't actually following the scientific method when they do these experiments is much, much more telling than whether it actually is the Earth is flat or not. Sorry about Nightbot. Nightbot's a dick. That's about all I can say. If you want a link posted here, yeah, share with one of the mods. One of the mods can probably get you that link. Sorry, that's just a rule. I don't know. It's a rule. Not much I can say. Okay. So, I haven't actually checked the voting. How's it going? How's the voting going, guys? I posted that forever ago. Oh, number 1 is winning. So we might go the Morgile is winning. So but only by 1 vote. So I don't want to like be like, oh, let's vote some more, because I really don't. Some more things than interesting, I know, right? Did you only read the title? It's about how astronomers is bigger than expected, and not how the moon is lower than expected. Mark Sargent, producer, and Globebusters are controlled opposition. I feel like, God, Eager, why don't you come on my show? Eager, I don't know. Come on my show, buddy. Like, I think you and I can genuinely have a good conversation. How much I think that you and I, so I just, welcome to being a moderator, Eager. Don't be a dick, or I will take it away from you. But I want you to not feel like people are silencing you, or that Nightbot's being a dick to you, specifically you, because that's not what we're doing here, right? That's not the intent of Nightbot. That's not the intent of the chat. And I want you to be able to say what you want, and also you've demonstrated you're not a dick, which great. You really should come on my show. I would really genuinely like to talk to you about this, and I think we would get a whole lot more covered if I didn't have to read your replies every 20 seconds and we could actually chat. So please come on the show. I would really love to have you on. I think we could have a pretty genuinely good conversation about this stuff. And I think that the audience would love it. And I think you'd get a chance to do all sorts of things. He gets a wrench and I do. I don't know you that well, Chris. To be honest, Igor has been here for a very long time. Like a very long time, Igor has been, and he's been a nice dude. I think this is the first time I've seen you. Christ, but hang around, Christ. You will get a spanner too. Everyone gets a spanner, honestly. Just don't be a dick, Igor. I will take it away. But do come on the show. I would love to have you on. I really would. So I really genuinely would love to have you on here. Yeah, and it really is just for Nightbot protection, because Nightbot protect, like, everyone has a spanner. So with that said, oh yes, poll. I'm gonna check the poll one more time, see how the results are doing. But it looks like the Morgile is winning, so we'll listen to a little bit of the Morgile before the show ends. Still it stings. I'm sorry, Christ. Show up next week and the week after. We'll get you there. You seem like a cool dude, Christ. Okay, so with that said, okay, we're going to turn this off, turn the video back on, and we're going to pick out our lovely The Morgile, which, I don't know if he actually named his video The, but that's what I got out of it. I don't know. Okay, R&D, the Oprah Winfrey of spanners. You get a spanner, you get a spanner, you get a spanner, pretty much. Everyone gets a spanner. When everyone has a spanner, no one has a spanner. Is that how that works? When everyone's special, no one's special? Yeah. Go Syndrome. All right. Is the Morgile out of jail in prison? Oh, I forgot that was a thing. This is an older video. I don't know if the Morgile is out of prison, jail, whatever he was in. I already kind of touched on this last time. I don't actually know what is going on. I feel bad, not for the Morgile. It sounds like it was some sort of domestic abuse. So I don't feel bad for the Morgile, but I really feel bad for his wife. That is horrible. If this is true about the Morgile is a horrible piece of shit. And I'm going to stop feeling bad for all the crap that he has to deal with, because you're a horrible piece of shit if you hurt your wife for whatever reason. Don't domestically abuse no one. It's not okay. Even pets. Don't domestically abuse your pets. It's not cool. Emphasizing everything is the same as emphasizing nothing. Exactly.
The level to which...
Okay, that was awful. What I'm gonna say, I'm gonna put this back to normal speed. Two, we're gonna lower that a little bit, because that hurt the everything. That was awful, Morgile. Don't ever do that. What happened to the Morgile? Yeah, 3 to 5 months in jail. From what I heard, and again, I don't know the details, but from what I heard, he was arrested for domestic abuse. Abuse by self. And the sad part about that, and I gotta look this up. I really shouldn't be talking without looking this up, but if I remember right, his wife has some sort of medical condition, like, back in the day, Morgile used to do, like a lot of fundraisers for himself, because he didn't have enough money to pay for his wife's like medical bills and whatnots. And that just makes it even worse, like way worse. Like, it's one thing, and not that this makes it better, right? But like, it's one thing to abuse somebody who is healthy and can like potentially defend themselves. Like, that is one thing, right? It's still a horrible thing and you shouldn't do it, but that's one thing. It's a different thing to take advantage of someone who's actually genuinely helpless, or who is, and it sounds like she might be or might have been, in a situation where they rely on you for medical care, or they rely on you for money to be able to have access to medical care. And then like, I feel like it's far worse, just because getting out of that, like, how do you get out of that? How do you say this abuse is worth me getting out of, even though it means I don't have access to medical care anymore, even though it means that I don't have access to medicine anymore? Like, I feel like it's far worse, and you're much more of a scummy person than Morgile if that's what you did. R&D, you're pretty nice too. Some of the mods can be jerks. They're mods. They're nice people. Don't diss my mods. They're nice people. That's why they're mods. You don't get arrested for self-abuse unless you do it in public. Yeah. Everything I hear, the Morgile, my brain tries to escape my skull. I don't blame your skull for doing that. Well, in all fairness, you shouldn't abuse anyone except Christ. Yeah, honestly, don't abuse anyone. Like, just don't. It's just, there's something, God. Okay, story time, also because I want to avoid the Morgile. But, God, can I even tell this story? Sorry, Kippa, I think I can. Story time. It's, so it gets, this is something that I've had personally, and I'm trying to be vague about it because HIPAA and things, and you can see my face, so potentially you could figure out what I'm talking about. So I'm trying to be very, very vague about this. I've been in situations where I've been to, where I get, because of, I don't know if you know my job time. I'm a behavior therapist. I work with people on the autism spectrum, usually people with some sort of disability, learning disabilities and whatnots, right? That's the community that I work with. So sometimes what ends up happening is I end up having to go to homes, schools, or other settings where I watch or see abuse happening, and it is the worst. It genuinely is the worst. Like, abusing people is bad. Don't abuse people. But there's something so disgusting about taking advantage of somebody who can't report you, who can't get out of that situation, that, like, it's stomach churning how much of an awful human being you are to do those things. Like, it's definitely like, if you're gonna be an abusive bitch about things, at least pick on somebody who can defend themselves. Like, don't abuse anyone though. God, don't abuse anyone. But like I have the same problem with child abuse because, like, God, picking, like, abusing a child who, one, you are their sole caretaker is just awful. And, like, why would you do that? God, I am angry now. I'm gonna listen to the Morgile to be less angry about this. But don't abuse people is pretty much the general thesis of my point.
Globe Earth indoctrination permeates the foundation of our culture is equally staggering and elusive to the majority of souls on the world. Even the wisest among the population have been thoroughly inculcated with the most rigid of beliefs involving a spinning spherical world. Long before we are capable of reasoning or complex rational thought.
Okay, that is all. Oh, God. Pick on someone bigger than you, I know, right? Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead because the audio is awful.
People would fall for.
Oh, God, why is your audio so bad, Morgile? God damn. If you're not in prison for abusing somebody, you should be in prison for this video. Ugh.
Indeed been performing mind control operations and tests on the unwitting public for many, many decades. Recent acquaintances have shed new light on the subject of complete and total indoctrination into the most absurd of beliefs, that is, the belief that the world is a spinning sphere in outer space. The wisest and most clever people have undergone the exact, complete brainwashing we were all subjected to as tots. The arguments range.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, God, this is awful. Oh, no, this is really bad, and it hasn't gotten any worse. Morgile, dear Morgile. So every once in a while, I have microphone issues. I have audio issues where things just don't work out, right? If I ever had audio issues this bad, I wouldn't make a video out of it. Like, genuinely, god damn, be proud of what you put out there, Morgile. You shouldn't be proud of this video. It's crap. And not crap because of the content. It's genuinely a crap video. I don't... It hurts. It hurts the ears. Oh, God. Shot in the heart, grabs the stomach. I know, right? Oh, God. He just assassinated the Cyclops. I don't know why he assassinated the Cyclops. What movie is that? That's gotta be a movie. I seek to abuse person with words. Try to find someone who can be cruel back. With wits language. Speaking of, I love to see a flightning 2 people at 20 paces exchanging jabs. Fun. This, yeah, I don't know what that looks like. A terrible, hilarious movie. Yeah, we're gonna skip ahead some more just because I can't. The audio, just the audio. As the noise, are the noises irrational, or has the video problem with corrupted audio? I don't know what the. No, the noise is not intentional. The noise, he had a little blurb on the screen that said like sorry for the audio problems. It gets better, like it irons itself out over time. I skipped ahead to see if that was true, and so far it's not true. That was from Lost in Space. First season since it's black and white. Oh, really? I like the new Lost in Space. I gotta say, I know that some people didn't like it, but I like the new Lost in Space, the Netflix Lost in Space. I liked it. I thought it was fun. I wanted to kill Will Robinson like every other episode, but overall, I kind of enjoyed the show. I'm looking forward to what they're going to do next season, if there's a next season, which there should be, because it was a fun show. I mean, fun and like, you know, it was good. Okay. Let's see if the audio is better. If it's not, I don't know. I don't want to call it quits on it, but I'm going to call it quits. Hello, Team Skeptic. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Will Robinson was gangsta. No. He was a whiny bitch. You got everyone in trouble all the time. Okay. We're going to try our best. God.
Fallacious, although
Okay,
most weekend warrior type researchers will stumble across.
Nope. So, I'm Team Skeptic since I have you here. One, you need to help me with Dubé proofs. You and I, we gotta do a thing. You gotta help me out. I need to talk to you about something offline. Go for it. You have my Discord. You have my Discord. Discord me or Skype. No, not Skype me. I'm never on Skype. Twitter me. It took me a second. Yeah, Discord me or Twitter me, and we can chat. I also want to chat with you about something, so we can do a thing. You and I. Speaking of which, but now that you're here, so and because I don't want to watch this video anymore because the audio is awful. Oh God, it's the worst. It's the worst thing in the world. I'm gonna talk something about else. So I have in case you don't know, and I'll show you. See if I can do this the right way. In case you don't know, I do fan art every once in a while, and I have a bunch of fan art on my wall of like fan arts that I've done. There's Team Skeptic, by the way, right there. Yeah, that sexy lady's Team Skeptic. So I have some of this fan art just hanging around on my walls and stuff. There's Professor Stick and Vice Rhino and other people's. So I have this up on my walls, which makes for a great topic of conversation when I have people over. People really liked the last time I had people over. I had an older couple over who were really good friends of mine. The male of the couple that was awkward. He really enjoyed my fan art. He thought he definitely said it was erotic and liked it. So there you go. Someone besides me really likes your fan art, Team Skeptic. Yeah. So that's what that is. I don't want to end this show early, but I really don't want to watch this video, and not because I don't want to watch the Morgile, because it genuinely hurts. It genuinely hurts to listen to him, and not in a figurative sense. Like, his audio is awful, so I don't want to. So with that said, we might end a little early. Sorry you just got here, but Team Skeptic, but you just got terrible timing. That's pretty much how that works. But we'll end it here so that you all can go get ready. GeoStrubber's stream should start in about 10 minutes. I think he's, from what I saw, he's moderating a debate between Professor Games and some flurfur. So other than that, Eager TV, come join me on one of these. I would love to have you. I really would. I think I think you and I could have a genuinely good conversation. So, come hang out. It'll be fun times. Other than that, what else do I got? That's about it. Thank you everyone for... Goodness gracious. I'm about to die. Okay. Go join GeoServer's stream. Thank you everyone for joining me on this part 2 of me being snowed into my apartment and I can't get out of my apartment stream. Thank you all for your wonderful support. Thank you, NANA, for your donation. Do keep an eye out for a special charity stream maybe in a couple of weeks. A week, maybe. And to everyone, thank you very much for my patrons for all your support and hanging out in the chat and whatnot. You are awesome. You are cool dudes and cool lady dudes. And with that, I think we're going to end the stream. Thank you, everyone. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all next time.